We gather here today for our retrospective meeting where we reflect on our recent journey, celebrate achievements, and embrace the growth. So, before we jump into this sprint, I'll quickly go through the things we discussed on our last sprint. So, in our last sprint, we identify as an action item to create Outlook portals to reflect individual performances. So, that's all about our last sprint. Uh, and according to our agenda, next is to check a quick overview of each project along with the achievements. So, Pinipa, can you please give us a brief about your project and also share the burnout chart as well?
Sure, Kanchini. Good afternoon, team. So, for the Bangladesh project, we are at the sixth sprint. Milestones we had for the sprint were for the front end, we had the calendar picker and also the search bar for the inner pages, and also to complete the review process. And also, we had some keyword fixes and CSS issues to be fixed too, and also to focus on the payment process for the front end. For the back end, for the main target was to complete the booking module and also to trigger mails for the relevant functionalities. We succeeded in completing the search widget, and also we were able to complete the review questionnaire and also the booking module. But we failed as a team in not being able to complete all the tasks within the given time frame. So this is the board. These are the pending tasks.
Can you please share the burnout chart as well?
Sure, Kanchini.
Pretty much that task did you complete, right? So, what's the main reason that you are unable to finish the task?
What I'm seeing is Kanchini, like we had to spend a lot of time fixing the mains inverse, the calendar picker, and also that search bar. And also we had to encounter a few issues that took much time than we have allocated the time for the devs. Like for the calendar picker, the devs had to kind of spend like 1 day plus hours to fix that one, and so those are the things.
Okay, so do you think that we will be able to do the demo to the client by Tuesday or Monday?
No.
Sorry?
No, I don't think we'll be able to do the demo on Monday or else on Tuesday.
So we need to plan something out, no, Kanchani?
Yeah.
What should we do? What are the remaining components now? Can you all hear me?
Yeah. Remaining.
Pinipa, what are the remaining components?
Remaining components for this sprint is these ones. We still need to do the backend CSS fixes and also the email templates things. Other ones are okay, and I have done the keyword for these tasks, and once in the keyword, code reviews one also I have keyword.
So what's the now we are in a bit of a trouble now for the Monday presentation.
Yeah.
You all have to even we to commit for another day. What should we do, Kanchani, on that?
I think that there are CSS fixes in small backend CSS fixes. I guess it will be not a major issue for the demo. And the email templates major, we have to mainly focus on the email templates and complete that within a Monday, so we can do the demo by Tuesday. If you push a little harder, I think we will be able to do the demo, right, Pinnacle?
Yeah, so try to push the devs for the weekend at least and see where we can go. Then take a call on Monday, I guess. No? That's the only way to cover yourselves, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. And also, Pinnacle, I think it's better you can inform Adrian that we'll be doing the demo by Tuesday, or else he'll wait till.
Or just say that we would not reach it on Monday and we will get back to you, something like that.
Yeah.
Now the problem is if this keeps repeating, it's going to be a headache. We need to take action on this, otherwise it's going to be a major problem for all of us. No?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll take it as a separate discussion and do it. Okay.
So, Pinnacle, overall, how do you feel about the outcome and achievements of this sprint?
It's quite okay compared to the earlier sprints, but like if you kind of prioritize on like I suggest if we could like prioritize the keyword fixes and CSS issues we dragged from the past sprints and complete them the first thing in the next sprint, we'll be able to kind of eliminate most of the keyword fixes I'm receiving from them.
Yeah, so when we plan the next sprint, I think we'll do that approach so we can at least fully complete backend at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. Next, Tarishi, can you please give us a brief summary of projects you have been handling now?
Yeah, sure, Kanchi. This sprint, in this sprint, we were mainly focused on the researching non-coding platforms. So we also worked on a project using Unbound, and also that Australian project, the bidding app. Chandu actually did a cool job creating a unique app that stood out from the usual one. So they were the main targets.
Okay, so what about Chandu's sprint and his burn down chart?
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Let me share.
Okay, sure.
There were 12 tasks and 5 has completed and 2 has two padding issues, and also there are 5 tasks needs to be complete, and overall the functionalities are work well, and there were some padding issues.
Okay, so on the QA fixes those two tasks main due to padding issues.
Yeah.
So what
these
about
are padding issues.
In progress tasks?
In progress, there are 5 tasks in progress. I guess he started 4 tasks and needs to start these confidence level.
Okay.
And here is the burn down chart. Actually, he said that the logic was kind of difficult for him, so he couldn't release it on time. So the QA process was kind of difficult because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the burn down chart.
Yeah. Now, since now we have discussed the sprint review and its effects also, no, Kanchani?
Yeah.
I think you all give me a last sprint against this sprint against the sprint, And if we need to penalize anybody on that, let us know, because if we continue to not to hit our sprints, it's going to be a difficult process for deliverables. Yeah. So let's try to be disciplined on that, and let me know what action to be taken. Okay.
Okay, Session.
Just send me individually on the projects what's the forecast was like, and if there's anything that is repeating too much and not happening. Yeah. Okay. We'll continue.
Okay, so Tarushi, overall, how do you feel about the outcome of this sprint? How do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Actually, the sprint was good because we focused on researching non-coding platforms. So I checked out Bubble.io, and while Lahiro tried the Frame platform personally, so we learned a lot about non-coding stuff, which was great, and also the development of bidding app went. As I feel it went smoothly because overall the functionalities are work. So overall the sprint was good, but not quite successful. So I'll give it 9 out of 10.
Okay, Tarushi, thank you. So when it comes to the projects I have been handling during the sprint, the Roman CRM project, we were able to successfully do the demo of our first build, and clients were so happy about our first release, and we are ready to currently we are ready to release the first build for test run as well. So I'll share the Jira board and the burn down chart as well. So there are only 2 tasks remaining to do the code review. Other than that, all tasks are completed for this sprint, and the burn down chart is also like this. It's only the code reviews are remaining.
For the now in the next sprint, just give us a small intro for everyone what was done in that sprint. Okay, in all the PMs, it's okay on this, but let's not forget to demo what you have done.
Okay, so sure. So that's all about this sprint project status. Sorry, Tarushi, I couldn't ask you the statuses of the status of our new trainees. Could you please also tell us about their status?
Lakshita and Tilly is on track, but I don't think that the new trainees of the new batch, which is who's Yasitsuru and one is Yasitsuru is still doing the previous task which we given, while one is kind of on track. I guess we need to check up on Yasitsuru.
Okay. So on Monday, let's try to see what exactly happening on the on that angle, and we will have to. Now I think everybody has completed 2 months, no, on that thing. If they have completed 2 months, we will put into the normal sprint review mechanism. Okay.
So next is to check each team member's statuses during this and their perspectives. So when it comes to me, I was able to pitch some new projects, start working with some new clients, gain more knowledge about branding, and also what are the things that I prefer need to be changed are learn more project management templates, learn more about project management templates on Jira for managing our ongoing projects more efficiently and tracking each project statuses. So that's all about me. And Penika, what are the key successes or achievements you had during this sprint?
For me, Kanchini, the grooming session, the QA grooming session kind of went well for me. Like, it kind of made my queuing easy, like to think more logically too. And after this session, I go to the mock again and I found another part we have missed to add, like the ones we discussed about selecting the guest, like we are selecting it range-wise or unit-wise. So, so the grooming session was a success for me. And what I suggest is that we should allocate few hours to do R&D for the devs, like since the Brown Glass project is kind of having new concepts and logics, devs are kind of taking much more time to finish their task. Like for example, they have spent like 8 more plus hours to deal with the calendar components, and that hours caused them in and unable to complete the task within the time frame. So kind of we need a solid solution for that one. That's a kind of major concern rising from the devs throughout this past sprints and also from this one.
But in this sprint beginning, I think earlier Avishka did raise this issue, and in the sprint, did y'all discuss whether we need R&D time or not? I think, Kanchani, did we discuss for R&D time for this?
We discussed it with Avishka, and he told that the assigned allocated time will be enough for him to do the total components. So he thought that there is no need of allocating R&D time. But if they prefer to allocate R&D time,
no, not a static R&D time would not work.
Yeah.
It just everybody has to go through the products. Now, what I have seen in Inivas, when we had a discussion yesterday of the same issue of forecasting, what they said was get the whole team to forecast. So let's say if Dilshan and Pinipa, even the PMs has to forecast basically. They are given 0 to 5, just continue check the agile. There's like a card system. They sit together and everybody forecast. Okay, let's say somebody says it's 8 hours. Let's say the dev says 8 hours, and everybody in the project, of course, they do for the whole team. Everybody races with a number. Like if it's less than the projected time, they will say number 1. Or if it's higher than what is projected, somebody can say it's number 8 or 5 or whatever, or up to 10. Then if somebody says 1, he thinks it's simpler than what we have estimated. Then he has to justify why he tells it's 1. Then the other one is, if he says no, it's 10, it's tougher than what we have thought, then they will say no. I think these are the things you guys have missed. Maybe a brainstorming session like that would work on the estimations. They also have had the same issue. I think that's how they are resolving the forecasting issue. So that about 5 minds are thinking about the same issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a better approach, sir.
Yeah. So if you can have a chat with Ravisarni, or just check agile cards and how that can be implemented within our sprint.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll do that.
Yeah. So basically, y'all have to plan the sprint first. Then each and every story will be discussed by the team, and they have to give some kind of a suggestion whether everything was thought properly.
So, Pinika, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized and motivated do you feel about starting the next sprint?
8.
Okay, great. Thank you. So next, Kavishi, what are the things went well during this sprint?
Yeah, Marjorie. I was able to learn more about Liquid and no-code platforms, and also I was able to kind of understand user requirements from the BDM proposal. So that's all about me.
Okay, so how energized are you feel about diving into the upcoming sprint on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 out of 10.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next, Prabhat, how was this sprint for you? Do you have any improvement suggestions that you'd like to discuss or any other concerns?
Sure, Kanchi. Mainly, I was working with the trainees in this sprint. In the training section, one is on track. Actually, he did 3 projects. He can finish the third project today. I guess he almost finished the third project also. So he's now got the better understanding of the basic HTML and CSS. So to they need to improve their CSS knowledge and the padding issues and some minimal issues. They have to learn about those minimal issues. And other than that, they are in the good position. I think they are on 6th or 7th week of the Archmage team. Then sorry, I got a call. And for me, I was able to learn JavaScript basics in this field. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
In this sprint, I was able to get a better understanding of the JavaScript basics with the Mr. Roche's training sessions. That's all for me.
Okay. So, what is your current level of energy as we approach the next sprint on a scale of 1 to 10?
9, actually.
Okay, great. Thank you. The next girl, Shan. What worked perfectly this sprint, and what are the things you achieved during this sprint?
Yeah, Kanchini, this is sprint. I mostly focus about front ends.
Okay.
Therefore, I learn more about front end and front end logics. Needs to change. I need to more focus about front end and back end logics. So much.
Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized and motivated do you feel about diving into the next sprint?
8.
Okay, thank you. Next, Heshan. So, what are the things went well during this sprint for you?
Conscious concept. In this sprint, I successfully learned and implemented how the dashboard component in this sprint.
Okay.
I need to focus about my time management. I want to improve my front end knowledge. That's it.
Okay, so when it comes to you, how energized are you feel about going into the next sprint on a scale of 1 to 10?
9.
Okay, great, thank you. Next, Lasika. How well went this sprint? Were there any issues during this sprint?
I gained better understanding about React components and React hooks and etc. So those are the things went well, and that's and also the scale. I'm 10 out of 10.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next, Avishka, which things went smoothly in this sprint for you?
In this sprint, I was able to integrate IPG to the Bangladesh project, so I get knowledge about configuring IPGs. And then I also was able to develop some complex business logic for the Bangladesh. So I think it will help me to improve my logical thinking and business side of business point of view about the project. Then I need to change. I think since I have improved my time management, I think there are some limitations where I give my estimation on time for some task and overall time management. So I think I need to improve that. So that's all.
Okay, so how would you describe your overall energy level on a scale of 1 to 10 as we dive into the next sprint?
I would like to rate it at 8.
Okay, great. Thank you.
you.
Next, Chanidu, can you please let us know how do you feel about this sprint? What are the things went well for you?
So in this sprint I work on the bidding app. So I learn about SQLite database plugin and how to implement the inbuilt database for the mobile application. So it went well in this sprint, but it take much time I expected to learn about that. So it need to be changed. So I think I have to work on more Flutter designs to increase my designing speed on the Flutter skins, and I have to work on my some logics with for the work on. I had to work on the Flutter logics also. So that's it for my concept.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized do you feel for the upcoming sprint?
Yeah, for this sprint, I think it's not good because we fail to finish this sprint. So 9 out of 10 concept.
Okay, so I was asking, how energized do you feel going into the next sprint?
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
Is all 9?
9 out.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next, Ravindu, according to you, what are the things went well for you during this sprint?
During this sprint, I follow the JS course and learn the Vue.js essential from training session, and I need to change. And I need to change. I need to focus the Flutter logic, and I increase my Flutter design speed. Thank you.
Okay, so as for you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized are you feel going to the next sprint? Ravindu, are you there?
Then 9 of 10.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next, Denosha, which things went smoothly for you during this sprint?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Denosha.
I was able to complete our new basic website on page 4 and it delivered to you. And also I was able to complete Bangalore's email template box as well. And I got more knowledge about branding and designing from Mr. Charit's meeting session. And I hope to increase my designing speed of more.
Okay, Denosha. So, for you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized and motivated are you feel about driving into the next? Okay, great. Okay. Next, Lahiru, how do you feel about this sprint? What are the things went well for you?
I learned a lot of things about low-code platforms and uncoding platforms, and also learn about more on best practices and the roles in human-computer interaction and the branding knowledge in Mr. Charit's session.
Okay, so what is your current level of energy as we approach the next sprint on a scale of 1 to 10?
Give it 10 out of 10.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Aushidhi, can you please tell us what are the things went well during this sprint for you?
Good afternoon, everyone. I designed a second page of the travel website in the last 2 weeks. Also, I learned a lot of UI UX design ideas from Mr. Charit's session. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, so as for you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized are you feel about diving into the next sprint?
10.
Great, thank you. Next, Tirina, what are the things went well for you during this sprint?
Thank you. I last week I have completing Project 8 and Vue.js course. as well. I want to gain my time management ability coding in Bootstrap and Vue.js. Thank you.
Okay. So, for you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized do you feel for the upcoming sprint?
Like 8 of 10.
Okay, thank you. Next, Lakshita, what did you do well?
Good afternoon. Well, like last sprint, I have gained my bootstrap knowledge to next level. Grow area, I have concentrate about SCS and JavaScript as well. Now I can build some website with more accurate, and I did one live project, unbounce project, and I utilize the Bootstrap Studio as well, and I supposed to do new project and till and Tilina Tarushi and Prabhat, I give Pino support to enhance my career and feel more grateful. And next, I would like to improve my time management ability and just started Vue.js course, and Mr. Nirosha get proper guidance from us, and I have completed little challenges, and I hope to my backend knowledge pretty confident. That's all.
Great. So, for you, how energized do you feel about diving into the next sprint on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would like to rate at 9 out of 10.
Okay, great. Thank you, Lakshita. Next, Nuan, how do you feel about this sprint? What are the things went well for you during this sprint?
In this sprint, what went well, I was able to complete, assign 3 Bootstrap projects and get to know about the JavaScript basics through the training sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And what we'll need to change is need more practice on Bootstrap and JS coding. That's all.
Okay, so as with you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how energized and motivated do you feel going into the next sprint?
It will be 10.
Okay, great. Thank you, Noel. Next, Yasisuru, what are the things went well for you during this sprint?
I was able to complete 2 responsive web pages, and I got to learn a new framework named Vue, and I also completed the JS course. And what needs to change is basically my time management and more research on new coding platforms.
Okay,
that's all.
Okay, so what is your current level of energy as we approach your next sprint on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's 8.
Okay, thank you, Asisura. So I guess that's all in our agenda. Mr. Roshi, do you have any closing comments or something to add?
No, now I think the sprints are moving okay at the moment. On the Jira, is there a way to track how we performed in the earlier sprint against this sprint? Is there a way to compare, Kanchani, or should we put it manually?
Yeah, I think I guess we will be able to. I'll do the research on that and get back to you.
Okay. Then we have a clear understanding whether they have failed on the earlier sprint and see how it has worked on this sprint.
Yeah, sure. Sir.
So I need everybody to improve on their sprints every time. Then I think as a first hurdle to this forecasting issue, let's try to get some help from that. Sure. And just go through the Slack also, what we can use that for, and how much help it will be for us on our team productivity also. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's all. I think we are okay for this. We'll just try to from, I think there's one more sprint for the month, and then from August there'll be a switch on the teams. So then we'll have we might have to have 2 retros, Kanchani, on that instance.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you all of you for your active participation and valuable contributions. So let's approach the next sprint with renewed energy, focus, and determination. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you.